There is an assumption that legalizing drugs would be a boon to the economy in two ways. It would pave the way for regulated American-made product rather than importing questionable substances from other countries, and taxation of drugs would improve our debt situation. What do you think of these economic effects?
Well, they're they're obvious facts. Anything helps. I hate to think of America as the big drug manufacturing capital of the world, but to be honest, you've stated a perfect series of facts. It would help the economy. It would boost our tax base. It's not a bad plan.
Okay, Don?
Yeah, I can't see our government profiting on any drug. I'm irritated at the fact that they tax cigarettes and that they tax alcohol. Why does our government make profit on the vices that people want to have? Should we have a tax on sugar and tax on meat? Anything the government that says it's not really healthy for us?
If the government has to fork over social services to these same people they're creating a burden to society if they're misusing drugs. If then they use our social services and our taxes pay for that.
Yeah, why are we using government money to take care of these people's medical problems?
So are you suggesting we don't tax these drugs, or that we should?
Right, that we don't tax them, but we don't give them any government help either.
Okay, Harry, do you want to address this economic impact of legalizing drugs?
Well, it's important to know that when I mention prescription drugs, 80% of those are made in countries like China, which have no regulations. We have no idea what's coming into this country. But once again, I would just make it, if you make everything legal, then you bypass all these problems and get on with life. And to the extent that we don't have a universal health care system, that's a problem in and of itself. But I would say this, if you did have a universal health care system, I would say that people who abuse their bodies, overeating, for example, yes, absolutely. If they're going to be creating diabetes and a lifetime of hundreds of thousands of dollars of illness because they choose to do that, I would say you pay for that. The taxpayers shouldn't be required to pay for people's irresponsible behavior.
Okay.
So when we know that.
So you have 30 seconds to the economic effects of.
Well, the economic effects of legalizing drugs. Drugs. Well, if we did tax the drugs and tax the income of people working for the new drug companies, we would kind of balance things out as far as taking care of the people that abuse the drugs and wind up in crack alley, or I guess it would be in the crack hallway of the hospitals.
Okay, crack hallway.
Let's get realistic about it.
Okay, Don, you have 30 seconds.
Yeah, I think one of the most important books that everybody in America should buy is the Physician Directions. They should look at the contraindications of all these medications that are handed out by doctors all over the nation, day after day after day. Many of these medications are more dangerous than anything else that's out there in the market.
Let me just restate what you just said. It's the physician's desk reference that everyone should have a copy of. Okay.
It's the PDR.
Right. And go ahead, Harry, you have 30 seconds.
Well, once again, I think on this whole issue of the drug issue and the economy, in places like California, where it's been essentially legalized before the Obama administration came in and started arresting people again, it was the largest cash crop in the state. And so whether it's legal or illegal, when something's that large, to make it illegal seems to be insane. It's more of this, why is our government doing this? And
Okay.
It's costing the taxpayers fortunes.